What's up, everybody, and welcome to the very last Power Rankings, guys, of Survivor Michigan All-Stars. I can't believe we're here.
Oh my gosh, that's so sad.
Oh, it's so crazy. I'm Paul. As always, I'm here with Joe.
Hi, everybody.
It's almost here.
It's almost here. Wow, I can't believe the finale is, what, 2 weeks away?
The big finish. I am thrilled. I cannot wait.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see how this all ends.
All of this anticipation has built towards this moment, and we still don't know who's going to win.
No.
We thought we knew last week who was going to win. We felt very confident last week we knew who was going to win.
One of the three people that we said was guaranteed to win went home. I'm still in shock.
I'm reeling.
In mourning. Also, on the other hand, impressed.
Very.
Which I'm sure we will get to, but I was not expecting us to not be able to do a final Bailey ranking before the finale.
It's tragic.
It's very tragic.
It's heartbreaking. I can't wait to break down everything that happened this week that led to this very unlikely exit. And it's crazy because we were theorizing last week, 3 people can win this game.
Yes.
But in the only way that's not going to happen is if some weird thing happens where Bailey goes out at 6. And then it happened.
It happened. Yeah, it's funny. I re-listened to our episode from last week or whenever that came out. And it was really funny, like hearing, like knowing what happened, but knowing how we were talking about it. And I think it was like, I think you said it. It was like, you were like, unless some weird, like Cooper plays his idol and idol's out Bailey and she goes out 6. Like, I mean, that didn't happen in those necessary ways, but wow.
So some other scenarios are now back on the table that were totally off the table last week.
Right.
Which we are going to dig into. Absolutely. Because we need to give those scenarios some breath because you never know.
Right.
But we're going to kick off this episode with just poor Adam. I know we talked about it a lot. I know we eulogized him for like an hour last week, but this episode still starts out with poor Adam.
Yeah.
Bailey calling Sam dramatic is hilarious. We got to soak up all the Bailey content while we can here. She's like, Sam, he's so dramatic. He threw a beer can. I'm like, yes, Bailey. So good. This Bree hates Adam storyline is still so weird to me.
I still don't fully understand it.
It's just bad. It's just bad Survivor coming from somebody who is so good at the social game. That is the Bree thing, is her social game is so good. But it's just like this one blind spot for her really ended up costing her big time.
Yeah. I think, I mean, it stemmed from the Emily B blind side, right?
I think so.
I mean, unless there was stuff before that, but I don't really remember.
I don't really remember there being anything before that. I don't know. It's very weird.
Yeah.
I just wrote Leia, the moral Survivor player. Oh, brother. This episode goes very back and forth.
Yeah.
With Leia content. Like, it's like some of it is great and fun and hilarious, and some of it is just very self-congratulatory because Leia did a dumb thing and it worked out in her favor accidentally.
Right.
But like what happened to Adam easily could have happened to Leia. Like,
oh yeah, totally.
Easily. Like the whole voting yourself out thing. And somehow Leia is getting credit as a mastermind and Adam is getting clowned by the rest of this cast. But it's the same thing. They both did the same thing.
Right.
They refused to vote for the other person who could have kept them safe.
Right.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
I've decided that I think Andrew starts off this episode shirtless so much so we don't start to hate him. And it's like
he wants to go up a notch or two on the power rankings, I think.
he's saying things that should make me hate him, but he's saying them with his shirt off. It's hard.
Yeah.
My next note just says Andrew STFU though. Which I stand by. There's only your hotness cannot exceed being mean to Adam. It's like you ever see How I Met Your Mother where they have like the hot crazy? Like Andrew has the hot being mean to Adam, and he crossed over into the being too mean to Adam here, so he gets an Andrew STFU. I think he's the second cast member after Sam to get an STFU in the notes this week.
Oh my gosh.
Speaking of Sam, he really rebounds with Brie and Leia here.
Oh, I know.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, he is so good.
I know. He's right. We've been calling him a magician literally this whole season. And like the fact that he still has that power at the final 6 is ridiculous.
He put it away for a couple episodes. We didn't really see it for a little while.
Yeah.
But it is back in full
force. He's saving it for the end game.
He really is saving him. Cooper's roommates hating him is the best B plot ever. It's my favorite B plot in all reality television. I wish we had more content of Cooper's roommates just clowning him. Yeah,
where did those bonus episodes go? We need some more of that.
It's just all Cooper's roommates making fun of him. I'm not sure which roommate it is that gets like the power quote of the episode, which is, you know what? I'm going to say it. Leia's the smartest person I know. It's like the way, and especially like the way Cooper is just standing there taking it like Charlie Brown. Mm-hmm. Like he's just like standing there while his roommates just roast him for no reason. It's magnificent. I want a spinoff with the roommates.
Ooh.
The roommate spinoff. I haven't decided yet whether it's like a competition show or it's like a Real Housewives thing. Or somewhere in between. I haven't decided what the spinoff pitch is yet, but I need to know everything about these roommates. Why are they always on the couch? Constantly. Right. They never leave the couch.
No, maybe that's their room.
It's amazing. They're just always there. They're all working on their laptops, waiting for Cooper to come home so they can make fun of him.
Yeah.
It's like this is their day. This is what they do with their lives is they go to class, they do their homework, and they make fun of Cooper.
Right.
And honestly,
hilarious.
We built a podcast off of a very similar life trajectory, so what's not to like there?
Yeah.
Espresso Boys. Oh, this kills me.
I know. R.I.P. Espresso Boys.
R.I.P. Espresso. Especially Sam finally realizing, like, why was I trying to vote out Adam? Like, that was not the right move. Like, no. Sam.
Right, Sam. I'm waving my finger at you if you're not watching
it wasn't. He has to watch it. He has to edit
this. That's right.
He has to watch and listen to us.
He does.
Tut him.
Okay, Sam, I'm waving my finger at you.
That's the best part of this podcast. Is it forces him to listen to us chide something he did 3.5 years ago. But this is good though from Sam overall because he's realizing it. This is the anti-Brie, where like he's like, yeah, targeting Adam was not good. Like voting him out was the right move, but targeting him those weeks before was not good. I shouldn't have been doing that.
Yeah.
Yes, good self-awareness, Sam.
Love to see it.
Closer by the Chainsmokers still slaps.
Ooh,
oh, it still slaps
really
to
does.
high heaven, Joe. And it's just like the vibes.
Yeah.
Every time we get these tailgate montages, the vibes are so high that I'm just like, and I write the same note every week. And it's Joe, let's go to Ann Arbor this fall.
Yeah.
Like I literally have it like 6 different versions of this note. Because like every time I see it, I'm like, I wish I was there.
I know. And when we ever go,
yes,
I don't know how this is possible. Actually, I'm going to see if this were off the podcast. Remind me to come back to this moment after, because I have an idea.
Patreon exclusive content just for me and Joe and Adam, who will DM our Patreon exclusive content to, who I still miss all the time.
I know.
Poor Ben. We'll just let Ben play Survivor Michigan. What the hell, guys?
What the hell?
What the hell is wrong with
Give
you?
him
Just
a chance.
let Ben play.
Yes.
Yes. This, I also had like a meta thought of like, this would be such a fun time capsule for this group of friends.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, I wish somebody had been following me around senior year of college and just been like, hey, like, these are all your friends. Like, and you guys had so much fun and you drank beer and watched football. Like, if somebody like 3-4 years later was like, hey, here's this TV show about your last semester of college, I'd first be like, ugh, cringe, because like that was a cringe time of life.
Yeah, I would need to
But
see
I would
footage
probably
first.
cry like watching it. I'd be like so heartfelt and emotional. So like I had this very weird like thought about like, this must be so cool for them.
Yeah.
Like to be like, oh, like here's the semester of my life memorialized. By the way, the reason I'm looking down is that my brother's cat, who I'm watching right now, has come to demand pets, and his name is also Sam. So he's heard his name like 30 times so far, and is wondering why I'm podcasting about him.
Sam the human meets Sam the cat.
Sam the cat, yes. I said the two notes that were back to back is this must be such a fun time capsule for these people, but not for Michigan football fans. Yuck.
Ooh, yeah, that was
yuck.
Eek.
I would also like to point out that Michigan has not lost to Ohio State since Survivor Michigan All-Stars.
Ooh.
We have not lost a game
in
over 1,000 days to Ohio State. And maybe it's like a end game thing where we had to sacrifice Bailey so the football team never loses to Ohio State again. Like we had to throw Bailey off the cliff so we never lose to Ohio State, which is it's tough.
Is that worth it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Sorry, Bailey.
I would throw any one of you off a cliff if it meant we never lost to Ohio State again. Let's be very clear.
I mean, that's fair. I went to Penn State, so I can't even talk. I don't think we've beaten them in many, many, many years.
And so here's our first big discussion of the evening. It's not about who you would sacrifice to beat Ohio State football. Can Leia win? Let's say we get to this like craziest possible scenario of Leia, Andrew, and Bree.
Yeah.
Even in that scenario, can Leia win?
I think she has a chance. I think that if we get cocky Andrew, he doesn't get a lot of votes. I think if Bree, for some reason, gives a mediocre final tribal, and Leia brings Survivor Leia to the final tribal, I think there is a chance. It could be a crazy thing, like a 4-3-1 vote or something like that. I don't know how many jury members there's going to be, but I think she has a shot.
I was very torn. I wrote this note for a reason, and I was very torn because I'm pretty sure, like other seasons, there is kind of a jury group chat or like some sort of jury chat that exists. How much of this jury group chat is just Leia fury?
Probably the first like 4 or 5 people voted out.
And I'm thinking like,
that's true. I keep forgetting about that.
And it sort of depends on who you consider to be the mayor of Ponderosa. So is Lucy the mayor of Ponderosa? Because technically she's the first juror. Or is Kevin the mayor of Ponderosa?
Ooh.
Like,
I think even if it was
welcoming people into this group chat, like, hey, welcome to the jury, let's chat.
I feel like that seems like a Cavillan thing.
And this is where, if Kevin is leading this charge, and Kevin and Sarah are kind of the king and queen of Ponderosa, I feel like that's bad for Leia.
Yeah, that's true. I keep forgetting about that.
That makes me nervous.
No.
I don't know.
I mean, that's her best chance, is to be with those two people.
It's her only chance. Because I think Sam and Cooper still exist in a tier totally unto themselves, which obviously we'll get to when we get to power rankings.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to wonder, like, I really think we need to start considering Andrew and Bree more. Like, and start really thinking through the meat of what that final tribal council would look like when it comes to power rankings.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have resurrected Brie from the dead.
Oh, good.
I have. We've been saying for a couple weeks now that Brie is drawing dead.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true anymore.
I'm going to just say, I'm not going to spoil it, but I think you're going to be kind of shocked by my power rankings.
I'm excited. I love to be shocked.
Yeah. I mean, I went into last week saying that 50% of the final six had no shot of winning.
Mm-hmm.
But I think with Bailey going, it does boost some of the people that we thought didn't have a great shot. It really just is going to depend on the final tribal. Like, can people look past the Leia's List thing and focus on the actual game that she played? Like, can Andrew like overcome the cockiness and be like, listen, like, I was on the outs for a while. Like, I had this alliance with Cooper from the beginning. Like, I think this jury is going to be a little bit more flexible than we might think. I'm going to give them that.
Okay, I like that.
So we'll see.
Good. Yes, I'm interested in that. Like I said earlier, Leia easily could have voted herself out, just like Adam did. Mm-hmm. Andrew, when it comes to the challenges, quote, I live for this.
Define live.
Really? I hope this isn't what you live for. I know this is going to seem like I'm getting revenge for him clowning Adam earlier in the episode.
Yeah.
Andrew. Buddy. You won one immunity challenge because your girlfriend is good at egg toss.
Yeah.
You don't live for this. You are not the Kobe Bryant of immunity challenges here, sir. Like,
cocky Andrew.
Cocky Andrew really okay, yes, I can see it.
Yeah.
This challenge should be called the Alex Pascal Gets Naked Memorial Challenge from Survivor Maryland Season 4.
Oh.
Do you not remember this?
Why did he get naked?
He started stripping during the light pole challenge and ended up in just his underwear on a light pole on campus at the University of Maryland.
I do. Wow, what a throwback.
Yes. I mean, some things just
stick with you. That's great.
It was the gloves, Andrew. It was the gloves.
It was the gloves.
It was the gloves.
It was the gloves.
Oh my God. It's so not since the O.J. Simpson trial has a pair of gloves done so much work in taking the blame. Yikes. Bareface Sam looks like a tall 16-year-old.
I know, he had such a transformation.
Yes. There is I'm not exactly sure where it is, but there's this meeting between Sam and Cooper where they're both barefaced, and it looks like a high school cafeteria. Like, it looks like they're hanging out and having lunch before sixth period camp. Right. It's like, how so either of these, like, they must have gotten carded everywhere. And even in our Ann Arbor, where that's not always a thing that happens, these two must have gotten carded everywhere they went.
Yeah.
They look like children.
That's so funny.
And this is coming from someone who still gets carded at this stage of life. But yeah, Bailey at one point is in on this final three of her, Andrew, and Brie, which is so
I forgot about
good.
That. Yeah.
But Bailey, vote for Sam. It's okay. Like, Bailey.
Don't vote for Sam.
Don't vote for Sam.
Yeah.
Vote for... It doesn't matter. Right. Vote for Cooper. Vote for Leia. I mean, you can't vote for Leia, but like, it's... I like this. I like that Bailey is thinking this way. I also want Bailey to realize that she's probably good in a Bailey, Leia, Andrew final three as well.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. So I think... No, go ahead. I was going to say, I think she just got tunnel vision with the Sam thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like Bailey baileyed through a lot of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Where she was just like, this is what I'm doing. I'm creating a 6. No, I'm creating a 7. Da 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 da. and she gets away with it. Here at the final 6, like that Baileyness is just not gonna help anymore. So if you're just like, I'm just voting for Sam, like yada yada, I think she just got a little bit of tunnel vision and out Baileyed herself, and people took advantage of that.
Yes, I agree. There's just less pieces on the chessboard, I think, for Bailey to do what Bailey has done so well, which is just grab any group of majority.
Right.
Which is, form her way into any group she wants to that she's in the middle of. She just, I think, ran out of room.
Yeah.
But also, you could make the argument on the flip side that Cooper should be willing to vote for Sam here. Because Cooper, there's no... There's no version of this where Cooper isn't a target at Final 5 and Final 4. Like, it's not like if Sam is in the game, he's any less of a target. Sam is going to vote for him at 5 and 4 anyway.
Yeah, and it was interesting because he kept saying, or he said at one point kind of earlier in the episode, like, there's no way you can get 3 people to vote together, which I think was beautiful editing by Ian.
Yeah.
But, and maybe I missed this, but why were Cooper and Andrew not willing to vote out Sam with Bailey?
Well, Andrew does vote for Sam.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. So it's Cooper that didn't do it. It's
Cooper that really is... I get what he's doing, because he's saying Sam is somebody else to have in the game who is a target.
Right.
And so he's banking everything on playing this idol correctly, and then him and Andrew vote out Sam, and then he's got Bailey and Andrew, and then Leia and Bree, then Leia and Sam still in the game, knowing that Bailey is always going to want to vote out Sam. That's his whole big monologue, is Bailey's always going to target Sam.
Okay.
Great in theory.
Yeah.
In practice, all Cooper really has to do is get there.
Right.
And he wins.
Yeah.
Losing Bailey here is very bad for Cooper.
Yeah.
It's worse than losing Sam would be.
Yeah.
By a long shot, I think. Let's see. How does Sam get Leia to vote for Bailey? Amazing play.
So good. The magic. It's the Sam magic.
I don't know.
It was funny because I was like waiting for that idea to come up. So I love that they saved it for, like, was it like while they were voting or right before they read the votes or whenever they cut it in and like and rewound back. I think that was perfect. But yeah, and for Leia and Bree to just be like, okay.
It's incredible.
So good.
Because they're like...
Now, here's a question. Who does it benefit the most out of the 3 of them? Obviously Sam.
Okay.
Like, does it benefit Leia and Bree to do this?
Yes. If they're willing to cut Sam down the road. Because neither one of them beat Bailey. So they have to get... If Leia and Bree were thinking just game body, like if it was Cooper's brain in Leia and Bree's body, they should be thinking, we have to get to the end with Andrew. So Bailey, Sam, and Cooper all have to come off the board at some point.
Right.
So if you can use Sam to get rid of Bailey, use Sam to get rid of Cooper, or Cooper to get rid of Sam, vice versa, and then cut the last one at Final 4. That's what they should be thinking.
Yeah,
whether that's what they are thinking or not is a totally different ballgame.
Right. And I feel like, and we'll probably get to that with power rankings, but you're right, because we've already talked about Bree. She just wants to get to the end.
Yes.
I don't think she's thinking through it as much as like, who can I beat? And Leia, I think, is going to probably have a little bit of tunnel vision to take out Cooper. And I feel like Leia would probably be fine with the final 3 being her, Sam, and
I mean, she
Brie.
explicitly says that she's fine with that, and she says she's fine to lose to either of them.
Yeah.
Like, that's in the episode. Now, granted, she's not saying that in confessional. She's saying that with Sam and Brie in the room.
Right,
So you have to take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But she is saying that.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna group all these things together because we have this Cooper and Leia meeting. Yuck. Well, it's not as bad as Sam and Megan, but it's definitely in second place for the things that just
yeah.
But Leia's monologue here is so good, where this is the Cooper and I are friends on the weekend, and on the weekdays we try and take away the thing that's most important to each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
Yeah, it was so good.
Brilliant. Like the way Leia talks about Survivor when she's not moralizing is brilliant and excellent.
Yeah.
And and I think it is that side of her that allows her to see the game from outside of the game.
Yeah.
That makes Leia great.
Mm-hmm.
Because Leia is a great Survivor player.
Absolutely.
She can't talk me out of it with all of this moral Survivor player, and she can't talk me out of thinking she's great.
Right.
But it's this that makes her great. Is this idea that she sees the game from outside the game. So she can talk about it very articulately and understand it from a third-party perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does Leia... We see all of this with the roommates, right? And there's there is this Leia and Cooper backstory, some of which we have, some of which only exists as mythos, some of which goes back to season 1, all of this Leia and Cooper. Is there something in Leia that has to take out Cooper? Like, is there something in Leia that, like, taking out Cooper is more important than winning the game to her?
I feel like yes. I mean, she's already. Well, I mean, I guess technically she hasn't voted for him yet, but my assumption is that at Final 5, if Cooper doesn't win immunity, he's gone.
Yeah.
So.
And is that winning the game for Leia? Beating Cooper again?
I think for her, yes. If she takes out Cooper and then either goes out in 4th or makes it to the final 3 and loses, I think she's still going to walk away happy.
I don't think she cares.
Yeah.
Like, I really, like, it goes back to the conversation we had last week about how, like, these people probably still talk about this. And we know they do.
Yeah.
Still talk about this years later. And, like, Ian's fantasy football team being Cooper got 7th. Like, I think there is this, like, and then Leia's whole thing for playing Survivor Michigan All-Stars is this, like, I want to do it with my friends thing. Like, I want, like, this whole group of people. Leia's whole raison d'etre at this point is taking out Cooper.
Yeah.
And it's so fun.
I know.
Because it's something College Survivor gives us that CBS doesn't, because with $1 million on the line, your goal is always going to be to win $1 million.
Right.
But in these college games, there's just all these different storylines that connect. And Leia taking out Cooper, I don't know. I just am so interested in that dynamic.
Yeah. I had like this very quick thought of like Leia potentially not being able to do it, which I could see come into play. So I'm very interested, because we've heard her talk about it, but like I said, I don't think has she written his name down ever? I don't think so. Like we haven't actually seen her write Cooper's name down yet. So I'm like, that's going to be very interesting. Like if let's say he wins Final 5 immunity and then he's in Final 4, like will Leia do it?
Can she pull the trigger? I mean, it would be the most interesting thing to ever happen.
Yeah.
Outside of It's Liz, but I mean, it's basically the same thing as It's Liz.
Yeah.
It's going
to be very captivating.
It is going to be very captivating. And she could very easily end up in a Sam position at this Final 5, where Cooper and Andrew vote for Sam, Sam and Bree vote for Cooper, and then Leia ends up.
Yeah.
I mean,
Leia's choice. That would be very poetic.
It would be amazing.
I kind of want Andrew to win immunity finally on his own for that to happen, just to see what happens. But
that feels like a pipe dream. But
yeah.
I just had to get one more in there. That is the dream Final 5 scenario, I think, is all of this being on Leia's shoulders. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like she has to choose between her friends, finally.
Not just between her friends, between Sam and Cooper.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. That would be money in the bank. Bailey overhearing Cooper and Sam, what are the odds?
That was great. I love that.
How big this campus is enormous, and these are just 3 people on this entire college campus, and she just happens to be where they are and over here. It's incredible.
I know.
And then Bailey called Cooper yelling at him, and honestly, who among us hasn't had the urge to just call Cooper and yell? I think it's clear that like that's like all of his friends do that. Like every time he comes home, they just holler at him.
Well, I think that's why he took the whole when the flip happened, and he just like stood there and almost was like holding back laughter, because like that's just life for him.
Just Cooper. It's just
like,
it's
this
Charlie
is my
Brown
everyday
football.
Right.
He just keeps moving it, and his friends are mean to him. Cooper eats so much cereal.
I was a big cereal fan back in the day, so I'm down with this.
I feel like I wasn't eating this much cereal.
Really? Oh, I used to like have it for breakfast, sometimes a snack during the day, sometimes like a late night snack. I was all about it.
Okay.
So I can get down with the cereal.
I learned a little bit more about you today.
I couldn't tell what it was. It looked like maybe Frosted Flakes.
That is a great.
I want to know what the cereal was.
Question guy of the week. What is Cooper's go-to cereal?
Yes,
very important.
Intern, if you're listening, can you please get that information?
This is why we're here. We're really digging into. And you know what's been so crazy about All Stars? So many of our questions have been answered.
That's true.
Between Sarah really doing so much of the work in the early game, the pre-merge, Adam coming in clutch, Bree popping in just to let us know, and then Bailey, obviously Queen Bailey,
right?
And then the usuals, Sam and Ian filling in all the gaps. I mean, we really have gotten a lot of the insider info of the questions nobody asked but us. Everybody in this episode makes so many weird decisions when you really think about it.
Yeah.
How it ends up being Bailey, because why can't Cooper and Bailey and Andrew just come to an agreement? Like, and why are they not interested? It seems like, and maybe that's an edit thing, but at various points, it doesn't even seem like they're really trying. Like, it seems like very obvious that Bailey is going to vote for Sam and Cooper is going to vote for Bree. And that's just it.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either. That's why I was saying earlier, like, why didn't the 3 of them just vote together? And why was so early in the episode Cooper was like, there's no way to get 3 people on the same page. Like, he was so, yeah, that I'm a little confused on.
Yeah, and it's why don't these 3 female players vote together? Why can't the 3 of them get together and vote for either Sam or Cooper?
Right.
Like, why? Like, especially if Bailey thinks that either Cooper or Andrew are getting the votes anyhow, why isn't Bailey on board to vote Cooper out?
Right.
Like, there's so many different scenarios that could have existed this week. Everybody makes really weird decisions.
Yeah, maybe it was that party.
Could be. Tailgating. Dangerous
stuff. The tailgating got to their brains.
There was that grilling, and Ben, the grill master Ben, he didn't get to play, so we had to mastermind the whole
right. Maybe he influenced
the grill.
Maybe he influenced this whole vote.
Grill master Ben. That's yes. Sam is an incredible player. Just a god tier Survivor player.
Absolutely.
Like I don't even really know what that note's in reference to be honest. But this episode, in the same way that we were like Bailey won at the final 7, like Sam won this episode.
Oh, for sure.
In a way where in so many ways it should have been him this week, or at least he should have at least gotten 3 votes this week, if not 5.
Right.
And he gets none.
I know.
Well, no, that's not true. He gets 2 votes, but they don't ever end up mattering. And it doesn't ever look like they're going to end up mattering.
Right.
Sam, he's so good.
He's so good.
Pulling a Tarowski, this whole conversation is so funny. Because Leia uses the phrase PTSD, which gets like overused, except for like there is a confessional where she's talking about it, where she really does go to some faraway place when she's talking about it, like in the way that PTSD actually like she's like, I just think about Tarowski, and all week he said, I'm playing it for myself. That's what he said all week. He told us, and like I'm like, Leia, come back.
Yeah,
Leia,
right.
All Stars. It's not season 1 again, Leia. You're okay. It's such a funny conversation. Yeah. I love it. And obviously, anytime we can reference Survivor Michigan season 1,
for sure,
I'm here for it because it's just
absolutely
incredible.
Yeah.
Tokidoki.
Oh my gosh.
Cooper.
So awkward.
Cooper's jury management skills. Ooh. Oh my God. What's worse, Cooper's jury management skills or Andrew in immunity challenges?
Ooh, that's tough.
It's just.
It could go either way, honestly.
And just Adam getting his last moment of being a perfect human and just having a bag of popcorn and just telling off Cooper on his way in. It's just so good. It's brilliant. Andrew ends up voting for Sam with Bailey, which is really interesting because it doesn't seem like Cooper knows Andrew's going to do that. Seems like Cooper very strongly feels, and he's giving this confessional at one of the last minute, because we get all these like 3 hour before tribal, 2 hour before tribal. Right. At one of these timestamps, Cooper seems pretty confident Andrew is voting for Bree, even after Bailey calls him to yell at him. He still pretty much feels like Andrew's voting for Bree.
Yeah.
This is not good, Andrew. This is not good. If you're gonna vote for Sam, you need to tell Cooper you're voting for Sam.
Yeah.
Like they have this last minute meeting. Like there's an opportunity for him to do it. Because it doesn't make any sense. Because where does Andrew think another Sam vote is coming from?
Maybe they were convinced that it was actually either Cooper getting 3 votes or Andrew getting 3 votes. So Andrew was kind of like, well, if the idol's going to be played, but still not telling Cooper that you're voting Sam makes 0 sense if that actually didn't happen.
Because the 2-2-2 plan has happening at one point, but in the 2-2-2 plan, Andrew gets 2 votes, doesn't he? Doesn't Sam get 2 votes? Andrew gets 2 votes, and Cooper gets 2 votes.
Yeah.
Or no, that's not it. Some version of that exists.
Yeah, I forget who the 2-2-2 was.
I forget who the 2. I think the 2-2-2 is Cooper and.
Bailey
together.
Bailey or Bree would have gotten 2.
Yes, Cooper and Andrew vote for Bree, and then Sam votes. I don't even remember now.
Yeah.
Sam and Bailey vote for Cooper. No, that can't be right. I don't remember what the 2-2-2 plan is. At one point, one of my notes says the 2-2-2 plan never matters because it's never gonna happen. Like, no. I don't think at any point anyone actually thinks that. Like, I think everyone is trying to convince everyone else the 2-2-2 is happening, but nobody at any point is in on it.
Right.
But this is bad on Andrew.
Yeah,
really bad. But Cooper plays his idol on Andrew.
I know.
Seconds before Andrew votes for someone else that he told Cooper he was going to vote for. And this is like, I can already hear Cooper's roommates revving their engines. They are ready to clown this poor boy.
I know.
I also just wrote, this sucks. I hate that Bailey goes out this way.
I know.
She doesn't deserve this.
I have said this this might be my 3rd time, and this isn't like anything against Cooper, but I really wanted the 3 votes to be on Cooper here.
I know.
Like he plays the idol for Andrew and then 3 Cooper votes. Like, come on.
Cooper, the perfect analysis of Cooper is Cooper getting a bunch of votes that people want to marry him and also a bunch of votes people want to kill him.
Right.
Like, that is kind of the way, like, that is Cooper's
That's how I feel as a fan of his. It's like I want him to get
way.
voted out, but I also want him to do well.
I love
him. He
was my first ever like Survivor Michigan pick, like pre-game season 1. I love him, but I also want to see him go out in some horrible like blimp disaster. Like we are all Cooper's roommates. We are all Cooper's roommates in that we love him, but we would also like to see something horrible happen to him in the game. Like we wanted him to get voted out in the Sam plan in the Jesse vote. Stupid Jackson, who I'm still mad at.
Right. It's not even go there.
Jackson is another strong purveyor of the if I take off my shirt, the power ratings guys won't say mean things about me. He's the originator of that strategy that Andrew has now adopted later in the season.
Right.
But like, I don't like, what is that? I don't know what that is about Cooper that you can love him. Like it's the Leia thing of like, on the weekends we're friends, and during the week I try and take away the thing that's most important to him.
Right.
Also, I feel pretty confident that Cooper is happy and has a good life. So like it's okay that we say these things about him on a podcast. Like
absolutely.
Cooper's doing fine.
We've gotten no feedback from Cooper.
We've got no feedback from Cooper.
So I'm gonna say no news is good news.
No. Okay, that's one way of looking at it.
Doesn't even listen.
You know what? Maybe he's doing so well in his life.
I'm sure he's some like CEO of something now.
He has to be. Cooper, I'm sure, is beloved wherever he is.
Oh, for sure. You can't.
And doesn't have people trying to do mean things to him.
Right.
All the time.
Hopefully.
Oh, God, I hope so. Cooper is well. I feel confident saying. I feel like if Cooper wasn't well, one of these people would have told us by now. Somebody would have slid into our DMs to be like, no, Cooper doesn't like that his roommates made fun of him for this.
Yeah.
And I feel like if Ian's fantasy football team is Cooper got 7th, that is clear pass. And also, like, we have said so many nice things about Cooper.
Oh, for sure. I mean, if he doesn't know we're fans of his by now, then I don't know. I have
repeatedly said on this podcast, if he wins, it's the greatest single season college Survivor performance ever.
Yeah.
And I stand by that now.
Yeah.
I think that window is closing? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But if he does it, I stand by that. It will be the greatest single season performance ever. It will be unmatched.
Yeah.
Okay. The music at the end here makes this feel like the end of a West Wing episode. Like it's very... You never seen the West Wing?
No.
Oh, you would like the West Wing. John.
Really?
You would love the West Wing. Yeah. I feel very
No one has ever told me that before.
Really? Oh, I mean it as a compliment. Now, I will say also, the West Wing, this is nonsense. We're talking about nothing related to Survivor Michigan anymore. But yeah, I think you would like the West Wing.
Okay. I'll note that.
So that's my last note here. Although I did have one more note that I didn't write down, which it's so nice to see this jury. I love everyone on this jury so much.
I'm glad there was a good amount of them there this time.
Me too. And we got good reaction face from Sarah too, which was very fun. So we got a little Sarah and Lucy reaction face, which I liked a lot.
Yeah.
So the time has come.
Oh my goodness.
For the final time.
Wow. I thought you froze for a second.
No, I didn't freeze. I did. The computer didn't freeze. I actually froze. Like my brain froze. Because I really struggled with this. I really struggled with this, to be perfectly honest.
I went with my gut in a moment and wrote down 5 names in a row, and I haven't changed it since. And I'm going to just stick with what I have. I
don't. This week I actually don't have 5 names written down.
Wow.
I have 2 names written down.
Oh.
And that's all I have because I cannot figure out this list.
Interesting.
I can't crack it.
Wow.
I have gone back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. I have looked at the makeup of the jury. I have written out the makeup of the jury. I don't know what happens.
I think I know who wins.
Overall or out of the bottom 3?
Overall.
You think you know who wins Survivor Michigan?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, let's talk about that then.
Which is really scary because if I'm so wrong, well, we'll still have a job next season, I'm assuming. But I'm willing to...
Who are they going to get? truly police us.
Right. Exactly.
Who is going to dig up as much dirt and who is going to find as much tea as us?
Yeah. I hope I don't jinx this person, but obviously
you
the
don't.
season happened 2.5 years ago, so it doesn't matter.
I don't know. Is that how jinxes work? This is another conversation we should have as the power rankings guys, probably off camera. Can you jinx something that already happened?
If you believe in like the multiverse,
true.
I think so. Right? Weren't we potential causes for Nick's boot?
I think we may have caught, but that wasn't 2023 us causing.
Oh, that's right.
Boot. That was 2019 us in the moment causing Nick's
That's
boot.
true. That's true. I don't know. We'd probably have to get somebody that's into like physics to explain that.
Yes, I agree. Okay. I don't know exactly where we were going with that. So, I want to start at the top. I want to know who you. Oh, okay, no. Let's do the other way. Let's start. Like I said, let's start at the bottom.
Sorry. If you're not watching this, you should have just seen my face. That was the most disappointing look I've ever given.
It was disappointing. That's why I immediately reversed course. I wasn't going to put you through that. Who is number 5? Joe. And once again, Sam the cat thinks I'm talking to him, so he has come now for another round. All right, who's number 5?
Andrew.
Okay, talk me through this.
So you have convinced me that I think he does have a little bit of a better shot if he's in the final 3 with Brie and Leia, because it really just depends on if people are just bitter about the Leia's list thing. If Brie, for some reason, just has a bad final tribal, and Andrew like sticks to his guns with strategy and isn't too overly cocky, I do think he actually has a shot in that configuration. But I think that for him, it's like, how I see it is, if Cooper wins Final 5 immunity, Andrew goes. Like,
Probably.
I don't see Leia. I don't know why Leia and Brie would vote out Sam over Andrew in the Final 5. I just don't. That wouldn't.
The thing is,
make sense to me.
You don't need Leia and Brie. You only need Brie.
So what? Cooper and Andrew
if
to
Cooper
bring
and
Brie?
Andrew vote for Sam, because Cooper and Andrew, if
I don't see Brie flipping. Why would she?
I don't either, unless somebody can really pound into her head you don't beat Sam in the end, which I think is an argument that Brie is amenable to.
That's a fair point.
Especially Andrew winning the superlative of who nobody's going to vote for in the end.
Right.
Makes a compelling case for Cooper, specifically immune Cooper, to say your only chance of winning is to go with Andrew and Leia.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
But so when it comes to, this is what I want to do with these 3 people is I want to talk through jury votes.
Oh, good. I was going to suggest that too, so I like that.
So
I'm getting my paper.
I think we have 10 jurors, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Tell me if I'm missing somebody.
Okay.
Because I just did this on the fly. We have Lucy, then Kevin, then Nick, Sarah, Emily B, Megan, Adam, Bailey, and then in this scenario, Sam and Cooper are on the jury.
In this scenario, Sam and Cooper on the jury. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That looks right.
Okay.
Are we missing anything?
Because we're like, not to like jump in front of the gun. Are we talking about Andrew, Leia, and Brie as kind of the bottom 3 of this pyramid?
No.
Okay.
But we can for this. I will say this: my power rankings make no sense.
The power rankings can go any way we want to, but like, are we in agreement that Sam and Cooper beat any combination of Leia and Andrew? Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine then, because I am fine with you having a different power rankings configuration than that.
Okay, perfect.
I just wanted to make sure we were talking.
No, we're on the same page about that. Yeah.
So, Andrew, I feel like Andrew gets Megan.
Yes, because I don't think Megan and Brie really had a relationship, and Megan is definitely not voting for Leia.
After this week, Does Andrew have Bailey?
I think so. I think Bailey's
so too.
feels really burned. And Andrew of this final three is the only one that didn't vote for her.
I feel like Andrew is locked in to those two votes. Yeah. I feel really good about that.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily feel like anybody else here is locked per se, but
okay. For Andrew or for anybody else?
For Andrew. I'm just talking about for Andrew.
Lucy, Given, Nick, Sarah. No.
I feel like Kevin is a good person for Andrew. I feel like Andrew has a good shot at winning Kevin.
Yeah.
And then Cooper is the other very interesting person here. And I think a lot of that depends on how Cooper goes out.
Right. Although Cooper's like, I think, expecting to go in the next two rounds. So it's like, would he... That would be really interesting. Cooper voting between Andrew and Leia specifically.
Yes.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yes. So, okay. Who is fourth on your list?
Cooper.
Okay. No, I think this is very valid.
Okay.
Because I think you are doing the me thing where you're saying he can't get there.
Yes. The tides have turned.
The tides have flipped.
This is what I will say. This is why, if you are at the final five and your only path to the final three is winning the final five and final four immunities, you're not in a good spot to get to the end.
Agreed.
So that's why I bumped him down, because I feel like that's not great. Now, yes, other weird things could happen. It's also Cooper. He's a good player. He could turn some things around here. But if you're at the final five and you don't have, the people around you to help you move forward without winning immunity, I think I had to bump him down for that reason.
Yes, I fully agree with that.
Okay.
I went with your strategy this week of I put him higher on the list because of how he will do in front of a jury.
Yeah.
But you are right. I think Cooper has exactly two paths to the end. In all the Doctor Strange multiverses, I think Cooper has exactly two paths to the end. One, like you mentioned, is he wins both immunities.
Yeah.
That seems very unlikely.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, not out of the question, because if Final Four immunity is like some amazing racy thing like it was last season, that's good for Cooper.
Yeah.
Like, he has a bunch of weird carnival game skills, if you'll remember from season one. Like, he's good at stuff.
Yeah.
I think the only other path is Leia chokes.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I was worried about earlier.
It's season one all over again. We can't pull the trigger. And Cooper gets there because Andrew doesn't want to vote him off. Because Andrew is happy to go to the finals with Cooper, it seems like. And then Leia can't pull the trigger at Final Five.
Yeah.
I think those are the two multiverses where Cooper wins Survivor Michigan All-Stars.
Right. That's still tough.
It's still tough. Yes.
So I'm
fine with him being at 4 there. Okay. I have no problem with that.
Okay, cool.
3. Who do you have?
Bree.
Okay. You have Bree above Andrew. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I know. I think also, I pull in different things with my list.
I do.
I wanted to give Bree, Leia, and Sam credit as a 3 for pulling off a 3-2-1. We didn't
absolutely valid.
Like, we talked about it a little bit, but like the ability to pull off a 3-2-1 and also have somebody misplay an idol. Like, come on.
Yeah, we probably didn't give that enough credit as we should have. It was a masterful play by all three of them. So
good. No one leaked the plan to anyone. Like, it was unexpected. Bailey was not thinking she was even going to get one vote at that final at that tribal. So I bumped Bree up just for that reason alone, even.
I like that. I think Bree should get a lot of credit for being a part of this. Brie has been an integral part of this game.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
I mean, when you really think about it, Brie has been in on a lot of this, like on a lot of what's happened. She's been in the room for a lot of these decisions.
Yeah.
She hasn't gotten the credit she deserves in some ways.
Yeah.
Now, the Adam thing was very bad.
Right.
And it's still something we're continuing to harp on, because I think if Adam is here instead of Leia or Andrew or whomever, it wasn't going to be Andrew, but if Adam is still here, even instead of Sam, potentially, if there was some way to flip it that way, which I don't think there was the votes there either,
right.
I think it's better for Brie.
Yeah.
But let's talk jurors.
Okay.
Who wants to vote for Brie here?
And we're back to the Leia, Brie, Andrew.
We're back to this
okay.
Leia, Brie, Andrew final three, because I really still think that's the only way any of the three of them win, is in that final three. Who likes Brie here?
Nick?
Okay.
I could see Nick would definitely vote for her over Leia and Andrew.
Yes, I think so.
Sarah, I'm not sure. I don't think Sarah votes for Leia.
Yeah, I don't think Sarah votes for Leia.
I think Sarah actually might vote for Andrew.
I think so too.
Because they at least had a relationship. I don't think Sarah had a relationship with Brie.
No.
So I'm just going to put an A next to there.
And maybe Emily B.
Emily B.
Maybe? Does Emily B feel better about Brie than she does about Leia?
That I don't know. I don't
either.
Remember the dynamics between those two.
I feel like we saw them together.
Yeah.
So that I think Emily B and Nick are probably Brie's best shots, theoretically.
Adam probably votes for Leia.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
I think Adam votes for Leia. I think Adam is like, I think if this is the final three, I think Adam is like sad. I think Adam is having a really bad day if he has to vote for one of these three people to win Survivor Michigan.
Right. What does Sam do? Votes for Leia?
I don't know what Sam does here.
Because Sam is a gamer.
Sam is a gamer.
And he's going to want to give it to the person that played the best game, regardless of his relationship with them, I feel.
Yes, but Sam also is the Mallory vote that wins Mallory the game. So I don't think Sam necessarily is going to be like, big moves, big moves, big moves.
Right.
Sam could see a Brie game.
Yeah.
In the same way he saw a Mallory game.
Right. I don't think Sam votes for Andrew.
It's hard to I don't think Sam likes that thing. And especially like the whole Sam's Final Tribal Council vote in season 2 was like Nick took too much credit for stuff that he didn't do.
Right.
Which is easily a trap our friend Andrew could fall into.
Yeah.
So
and
let's
then, we got one more.
Yes.
Who was Lucy voting for of those three? Leia?
I think Lucy votes for Leia.
Okay.
I think once all of the laundry gets aired, which I'm sure has happened in the jury group chat of what happened at her boot, that Leia was sticking with her, I think Lucy votes for Leia.
Yeah. So we could see, I think we said it earlier, like a 4-3-3. I think it's going to be something like that potentially.
Because I think Lucy and Emily B both vote for Leia. I do. I think I think Emily B might vote for Brie, but I think Leia has Lucy. I think she probably has Emily B. I think she has Adam. If this is the configuration. I think she has Cooper.
Yeah, it would be tough for Cooper not to vote for her in the end.
Cooper voting for Andrew in the end would be I would be very like, okay, not great.
Yeah.
I would not be thrilled by that.
Wow, so Leia wins then in that, which I think isn't shocking.
I think Leia wins a 4-3-3 there.
Yeah.
Because I think some version of Lucy, Adam, Sam, Cooper, Emily B, I think she somehow gets 4 of those votes. So I think that answers my earlier question of can Leia win? The answer is yes.
Yeah.
Even though I think there are 5 people on this jury who will never vote for her.
Right.
And that's Kevin, Nick, Sarah, Megan, and Bailey, I think will never vote for her.
Yeah.
I think she can still win without those people, which is an incredible threading of the needle if she is able to do that.
I know.
So lastly, in our number 1 spot.
We skipped number 2.
Oh, I didn't skip number 2. You have Leia in the number 1 spot?
No.
Leia is number 2 then, right?
Yeah.
So we just talked about Leia.
Oh. Sorry, we never said what number she was, Let's
talk more about Leia, though.
Okay.
Because I feel like there was a time when we were also very low on Leia's chances to win the game, especially when we were looking at the makeup of this early jury of Kevin, Nick, and Sarah, and Megan.
Yeah, it was earlier in the merge. I think it was just the Leia's list thing.
Yes.
But I think now, like, mapping out the jury, I think in some ways having a lot of those people on the jury is going to help her.
Yes.
And if the other people split their votes on the other 2 people, she kind of like wins by default almost. Yes. And not even saying, like, she has played a good game. Like,
she's played a great game.
When Survivor Leia is in it, she's in it, and it's very fun to watch. And
Leia is great.
Yeah.
Our complaints with Leia have solely been with the way she talks about her game and the way she talks about the game, not with the way she's played the game.
Right.
If she had gone in saying, I have a core group of people I want to take to the end because I know they're never going to vote for me, as opposed to, I love my friends and this is Leia's list and blah, blah, blah. If she had said the first thing instead of the second thing and played the exact same way, we would be giving her very different kinds of credit.
Right.
It's just been, I think part of the struggle from a viewer standpoint has been, what is real?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is the real story here?
Yeah.
I don't like Leia not voting for Adam. Wait, did we decide we like that or not like that? I can't remember.
I think we didn't like it.
I don't like that. Well, I'm here to say I don't like that because I think Leia should have known well enough to know where the votes were going.
Right.
That even if she voted for Andrew and it somehow worked and his AD wasn't safe, like that plan wasn't going to work and it was going to put her in a lot of jeopardy.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
But Leia voting for Bailey, I love.
Yes.
It's a perfect move for her.
Yeah.
We said that this benefited Sam the most, and I still stand by this, but this is also good for Leia.
Yeah, I agree.
It really is. Because this really opens up that pathway, because now Andrew doesn't have a ride or die. He only has Cooper. And somebody just needs to sit down with Cooper and say, or sit down with Andrew and say, you don't beat Cooper. You're never going to beat Cooper. Nobody here beats Cooper, which I think is a better way to make that argument.
Yeah.
Is nobody beats Cooper is a better way to say that you don't beat Cooper, just from a finesse standpoint.
Right.
So yeah, I think Leia is in the best position in that final 3. I wasn't convinced of that earlier in this podcast, but now that we have talked it out and looked at jury votes, I feel that way.
And that's why I have her at number 2.
Yes, but at number 1.
Not Sam the cat.
Not Sam the cat.
Sam the human.
Sam the human.
Paul, I go with my gut on
a
lot of things. And if I'm wrong, I will happily admit to that. But I think Sam might win.
I think Sam might win Michigan All-Stars too. Can you imagine? Sam wins this whole thing. Sam, who should have gone out when Dylan went out.
I know. His story is just.
Sam, who Mitch gated the first episode of this season,
I know,
is going to win.
I know.
It would be incredible.
It would be incredible.
And Sam has that thing that I always say about Survivor is these people would love to vote for Sam to win the game.
Right.
This jury would love to see him win the game.
Yeah.
Sam versus Cooper, which I don't think there's a 0% possibility that happens. I think Sam might still have a very good shot there.
That's fair. Do we want to run a quick jury scenario?
So Sam and Cooper. So let's see what has to happen for Sam and Cooper to get there. So Andrew wins. So Cooper wins Final Five immunity. The three from this week stick together and vote out Andrew.
Yes.
So Cooper probably has to win Final Five immunity. And then Leia won't vote for Sam, and she votes for Bree. Sam and Leia vote for Bree. Cooper and Bree vote for Sam. There's a fire making. Sam beats Bree in fire making. So our final three is Sam, Cooper, and Leia in that scenario.
Man.
Because either Leia couldn't pull the trigger on Sam or she couldn't pull the trigger on Cooper. Some version of this happens.
Yeah.
So our jurors are the 8 jurors we have now: Lucy, Kevin, Nick, Sarah, Emily B, Megan, Adam, Bailey, and then it's Andrew and Bree. So, gosh.
Yeah. Okay. I think Lucy votes for Sam.
I think Lucy absolutely votes for Sam. I think Lucy 100% votes for Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin, I don't know what Kevin does.
For some strange reason, I see him voting for Sam or Cooper.
Well, no, he's definitely voting for Sam or Cooper.
Yeah.
That's not the question. It's which one of them he's voting for that we're struggling with here.
I just don't remember what his relationships were.
We saw him with both of them.
Yeah.
Because he tries to pull off the Cooper blindside with
that's right.
Sam. So him and Sam are like bosom buddies on that one. But we're seeing him with Cooper a ton right before he gets voted out.
That's true.
I don't know. I'm going to pass on that.
That's a toss-up.
Nick. Now, Nick, if this is the revenge tour, can Nick vote for Sam to win the game?
No.
Or I think Nick has to vote for Cooper.
Yeah, I don't think Nick gives Sam a vote.
And speaking of the revenge tour, does Sarah have to vote for Sam by the exact same token? Sarah is a very good juror. Like, Sarah is going to vote for who she thinks played the best game. I think Sarah still votes for Sam there.
I think she leans Sam.
I do too.
I'm going to give that to Sam.
Emily B.
Leia.
Yes, I think Emily B votes for Leia in this scenario, which is very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Megan.
Sam.
Does she?
Their friendship comes full circle.
Oh my God.
She feels bad about lying to him 6 months before the game.
Does one of them cry at Final Tribal Council, either Megan or Sam, about it? I think so too.
Yeah.
I think Sam.
In this
Adam
scenario, yes.
I think Adam votes for Sam 100% of the time.
Yeah.
I don't think Adam cares that Sam voted him out.
Correct. Espresso Boys for life.
Bailey votes for Cooper.
Yep.
Andrew votes for Cooper.
Yep. Bree votes for Leia.
Oh my God. Kevin decides who wins Survivor Michigan All-Stars. We have 4 Sam votes and 3 Cooper votes. Kevin decides who wins All-Stars.
I mean, come on. You couldn't write that if you tried.
My love for Kevin finally pays dividends, and he gets his rightful position as the kingmaker of Survivor Michigan All-Stars.
Yeah, so Cooper doesn't... If Cooper's there with Sam, he doesn't really necessarily have it in the bag like we thought.
Honestly, I think there's a chance that Bree votes for Cooper there, because in this scenario, Leia and Sam have both voted for her, and forced her to go to fire making, and she loses.
That's true.
I think there's a chance that Bree votes for Cooper, and then it's 4-4, and Kevin really is the sole deciding vote, and it's 5-4-1 in one of these two directions.
That's insane. I hope we see a close vote like that, no matter what the configuration is. That was fun.
I want a good Final Tribal Council.
Yeah.
I want good questions. I want tough grilling, no matter who. Even if it's Cooper without Sam or Sam without Cooper, I still want. And I these are some good jurors.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
So these first 4 jurors have never been on a jury. Of Lucy, Kevin, Nick, and Sarah, have never been on the Survivor Michigan jury.
Correct.
Neither has Andrew, if he's on the jury.
Mm-hmm.
Was Bailey on the jury? No, Bailey goes out pre-merge.
No. Yeah.
Adam
So
Adam is on the jury, even though he's like the first.
Oh, did he make jury?
Oh, maybe he didn't make jury. So Adam doesn't make jury, and wow. So we see a ton of first-time jurors here.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
I'm ready.
I know.
I don't know how this is going to turn out. I am with you that if we were in Vegas and I was at the sports book and they said put your $100 somewhere,
yeah,
it would be on Sam.
Mm-hmm.
But
there's a lot of game left.
There's a lot of game left. There is a lot of tears left to be shed. There's a lot of emotion here.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this Leia and Cooper thing has to pay dividends. Like this is the Chekhov's gun of Survivor Michigan All-Stars of like at some point this gun has to go off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Cooper has voted for Leia on multiple occasions now.
Yep.
Leia has never voted for Cooper, but has wanted to.
Right.
This has to happen.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I'm ready too, but we have to wait a week and a half.
I still wish there was some version of this where Bailey wins.
I know. That's on Earth 2 or whatever.
Earth 2. Yeah, because we're not that far away from it in the multiverse. It's only like Earth 2 or 3
right.
where Bailey wins this game.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Maybe like the Survivor Michigan All-Stars 10-year reunion game in 2029 that we put together, and
Bailey wins.
And
we're on the jury voting for her.
That's fans versus favorites.
Oh, that's right.
And no, because you and me and Bailey are the final 3 in fans
oh, that's
versus
right.
favorites.
Yes.
And then some. I don't know who wins there. It depends on who's on the jury. Yeah, so that would be all of our favorite Power Rankings friends. I would feel horrible, but like honestly though, now that we're saying this, like a final 3 of us in fans versus favorites that doesn't include Adam, what has to happen there where Adam isn't in our final 3? I'm scared now. It's like when Doctor Strange sees like the multiverse, but he won't say what happened. Like I feel like we've seen a multiverse where it's you, me, and Bailey, but now it's like what happened to Adam? Why isn't Adam in our final 3?
Maybe Bailey idles him out at 5.
Oh, Bailey.
Then that's her game-winning move because
Adam was the front runner. She beats us both. Yeah.
And then she wins Final 4 immunity, and we take out whoever the 4th place person is.
Who do we want? Is it Camila? Is Camila 4th place in Survivor Michigan fans versus
Would
favorites?
we vote Camila out?
Yeah, because she's gonna kill us, Joe.
That's
she's gonna kill us in a final tribal.
That is true.
Maybe it's Camila. Maybe it's like Nate is there because like Nate convinced Bree not to play this time.
Yes,
so
right. So he gets his chance.
He could make the finale instead of Bree this time.
Right, and
that's their friendship. They're the anti-Cooper and Leia.
Right,
instead of playing together and voting each other off, they alternate making the finale in every season. So like Nate made the finale in season 4. So now Bree got to make the finale in All Stars, and now Nate gets to make the finale next time. They
They just go back and forth. What a fun Final 5. That's
we're really getting down the rabbit hole of nonsense here. You know why? Because we don't want this to end. This is
I know. I'm like, Paul, don't be like, okay, we'll see you
next season. This is the last Power Rankings guys of the season, and we love doing this.
I know.
This has been. I mean, Joe,
I still can't believe it.
In your wildest dreams, like I know this is like very meta, but like we're just 2 guys.
Yeah.
Like we just like this show. We did a recap with George and Katie 30 years ago.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Was that before we were sending in the Power Rankings?
Yeah, this was like season 1.
Oh shoot.
Keep Your Torch Lit was just barely a thing. Then we started doing our handwritten, like our 1860s telegram Power Rankings that came with like most of them never saw the light of it. They came with like cute little puns and stuff we would come up with and like all of that, and then evolved into the podcast. And now here we are.
I know.
Like getting our questions answered by all of our favorite players, like reaching out and being like, hey, so you mentioned this, so here's the tea
Right,
on that.
right.
Like, here's the behind the scenes info on that. Like, all stuff we've been able to share with our other friends who love this show. Like, this is an incredible blessing being
really
here.
is.
It's been so much fun. And we have loved every second of it. Like,
it just elevates the experience because it's like we were already Survivor Michigan fans.
Yes.
And we definitely had thoughts on things. So we were just tweeting away into the abyss.
Yes.
And yeah, randomly, I don't even know. Had we been following each other?
We were like mutuals, but I don't think we'd ever really interacted before we started doing that. So then like that's the birth of this whole other thing.
Right.
Of it's like so now crazy. we're the power rankings guys. We have a title now. We have a moniker. It's crazy.
It's so crazy.
We have enjoyed every living second of this. Thank you.
Yes.
First of all, to Sam and Jack and Sarah. Like,
our three
what
awesome
an
bosses.
Incredible privilege it has been to be here, to be your spinoff, to be your employees, underlings, whatever. Like, what a great joy it's been.
Yeah.
And thank you to every single. First of all, thank you to the 21 All-Stars who made this season amazing. Who we've heard from so many of you. I mean, just your incredible
always so cool.
Has been so lovely.
I fangirl.
Oh my God.
I think I fangirl more for like College Survivor and live games than I do for the actual TV show.
Way more. I mean, like those people, like it would be cool to meet or whatever. Like if we did a meet and greet, but like it's so much cooler. The Michigan people that we have heard from this season has been so much more fun because like it's like real.
Right. Like I was just thinking that too.
These are our people. We're not sharing them with millions of viewers on CBS. Like this is our community.
Right.
It's just been so fun. And then of course, thank you to every single person who has listened,
absolutely,
watched, commented, tweeted at us, DM'd us. Thank you so much. You're the reason we get to do this.
Right.
It's incredible to think that anyone listens to this.
I know.
Still blows my mind.
It's so crazy.
And then that people like really listen to it like is insane. And I will never stop finding that amazing and wonderful that people really love it. It's very cool.
It's very cool. Thank you.
So
thank you to
that's
everybody.
Our big thank you. And we're not done yet. We're not dying. This is not a retirement speech.
No.
We have off-season content that we are thinking about and talking about. You will never be rid of us.
You cannot vote us out of the podcast.
We are unvote-outable. We will be here long after we have overstayed our welcome.
Right.
So for our final power rankings guys for Survivor Michigan All-Stars, I'm Paul. I'm here with Joe.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much.
We love you.
Love y'all.
Goodbye.
Heart hands.
Yes.